everybody, it's Jody here and welcome back to my channel, or hello for the very first time. Today we are going to do something pretty exciting as far as I'm concerned. This is gonna be a hella long, crazy long video, so get a snack, grab some wine, you know, a cooler, some eggnog with a little happiness poured in, something to snack on and drink because we're in for the long haul. Today we are going to do my opinion on the best beauty products that I used in the year 2016. I'm gonna warn you guys that some of these products I haven't shown you before, actually. I didn't do any hauls or reviews on anything like that. Some of them are not brand new to this past year, but they were new to me. So just a quick reminder, guys, we do have a giveaway going on my channel for this sucker right here, the Kat Von D Alchemist palette. I will leave a link to the video down below if you would like to find out how you could win that little sucker. It is open worldwide, so be sure to check that out. So I figured we should just start at the beginning as to where I start my face. So when I start my face, I start with a primer. This primer I bought with points because I was being a El Cheapo Fripo, and now I am absolutely in love. This sucker here, the Galon L'Or, I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I live in Canada, but my French is not that good. Comes with a little pump. I do have combination of oily skin, but this time of year, my skin tends to be a little less oily like everybody else's for the most part, and I am loving this. Just a little half pump. I rub it in my fingers. Start at the perimeter where I get the driest, and then slowly bring it into the center. Works amazeballs. Love it, love it, love it, but holy Hannah, it's expensive, so I best be saving up some more HBC points to get my hands on this when it runs out. The foundation for 2016 that I absolutely fell in love with, and basically since it has entered my life, other than my Dior Airspray, I haven't used anything else, and it is this guy right here. This is the Hourglass Stick Foundation. Oh my god. This stuff is amazing. It took me a little while getting used to using it because when they say a little goes a long way, they're not messing around. I love it. It looks like I got some kind of crazy war mask on as I'm going. So on to face powder. I have been an RCMA no color powder girl, a Laura Mercier translucent setting powder girl, but this Kat Von D translucent setting powder, Locket setting powder, is absolutely stinking amazing. I actually like, nothing beats RCMA, I'm not gonna lie, that is the best, the end all be all best of loose powders. But this one, I find that I actually like it more than my Laura Mercier. I like how it sets on the skin. I love it for baking. I love it just to set my face. It is awesome, and I can tell you as someone who can get really, really oily, takes longer for my oils to break through this powder than it does the Laura Mercier, so Laura Mercier has got a run for her money. So bronzers, I have a really hard time with bronzers. My skin, I don't want to say I'm a funny skin tone because that sounds negative, but I'm kind of in a weird place where warm tone bronzers are usually too warm, cool tone bronzers are a little bit too cool. I have a really hard time finding something that will work with the fairness of my skin and sort of those really yellow and olive undertones that are kind of in there, but I found this and I am in love, and it is a Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I just have the color bronzer because they're really unique on their names. I have been using the heck out of this. Bronzer is not something that I wear every single day. I smell it and I feel like I'm on a beach in Tahiti sipping on a Mai Tai. The only big thing that I really, really wish is that Physicians Formula would come out with some more colors. I believe this is the darker of the two that they have, and anyone, and I'm fairly fair, anyone who's any shade darker than me is not gonna get anything out of this. So please, Physicians Formula, share the love with our skin tones of all shades. Blushes. This year was the first time. I always had like 3 or 4 blushes in my collection and not a ton, and this year I went ham freaking crazy on the blushes. I don't know what happened. I became a blush addict, but there's a couple different ones that seem to be sort of standouts for me, ones that I go back to, ones that I am in love with the formula of, ones that just perform really, really well. So the first one I'm going to show you guys, because I'm cheating and sharing too, is this sucker here. here from Tom Ford. This was limited edition called the Sheer Cheek Duo in the white packaging. I believe this came out this summer, but as far as I'm aware, I think this sucker's still on stock. Still in stock, at least on Sephora.ca. I'm just gonna do couple swatches side by side. They're really kind of hard to see, especially that top one. The other blushes I've really been liking, and I've got a few of them in my collection, but I decided that I would just show you guys my favorite, are the new Makeup Geek blushes. I actually really stinking like these, and their price point isn't bad. I hate packing things around in Z palettes if I can't help it, so I bought all of mine in the compact, but you can buy them just the pans a little cheaper. This one here is called Spellbound. Oh man, it looks like in the viewfinder I'm looking at it, it looks pretty pale and neutral, but really she packs a little bit of punch. She's right up there in the corner, just a really gorgeous kind of baby pink, but with a slight hint of mauve in there. I find that this color, this Spellbound, is one that I can use with just about any look I'm doing as long as it isn't something super peach. This one works. Love it. Travel with it all the time. Highlighter of the year. So my highlighter of the year, I feel really bad, but it's one I just can't stop using. I have used it more frequently than anything else I already had in my collection or anything that I bought previous. I know this only came out this fall, but my God, I hope they re-release it because it was limited edition, and it is the Becca highlighter in Rose Quartz. This packaging alone, oh God. Be still my heart. And it's right here. It is what I'm wearing today. She is just soft and rosy and glowy, but somehow miraculously she is a pink that I can pull off. I love the look of pink highlighters, but to be completely honest, with my yellow undertones, most pink highlighters don't work, but as long as I use a light hand with this, it works amazingly well. I have just been glued to the hip with this sucker. I love her so much. She kind of never even goes back in the drawer. She just lives on top at this point because I can't put it down. So some of my favorite eyeshadow palettes this year. I know everyone is saying the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. That thing is bomb freaking diddly. But I wanted to mention ones that I actually use more, and I've been using these like stink. So my winner for the year for eyeshadow palettes goes to Urban Decay, no doubt about it. The first one I'm going to show you, Naked Ultimate Basics. I know this was hit and miss for a lot of people, but I just use the living stinkage out of this thing all the time. There are certain colors in here that I'm like, oh, I don't have this in this palette. I'll come back to this one. This is one that automatically I immediately want to travel with because I know I can get all kinds of looks out of it. It is awesome sauce. Love it. The other one from Urban Decay that I had to give, because that's all matte, so I figured I better share something sparkly and shimmery, which is, both of these palettes are all that I have on my eyes today, and is this sucker right here, the Urban Decay Moondust palette. This is like a party and a palette. I absolutely adore this palette. You guys know me and my sparkles. I'm gonna flip it upside down. This is it here. So stinking good. One of the easiest formulas and ways to use sparkle with minimal fallout and without glitter bombs everywhere that I have ever used. I just love using these. They work great with and without a glitter glue. If you're a glitter junkie, I highly recommend checking this out. I think it's kind of an underrated palette. I love it so much. All right, favorite brushes. Let's do brushes. I only pulled out 3 because these are my ride or die babies right now. Right now, I can't live without them at all. The first one here is actually Luxie or Luxie, I don't know how to say it, 205 brush. Sorry, these are dirty. I did use them today and I wasn't about to scrub them up. You guys will just have to deal with the fact that they're my favorites and I actually use them. So I absolutely love this brush. Out of all of the brushes in my collection, there's something about the shape of this one and the flexibility of the bristles that seems to blend out my crease better than anything else. Most brushes with my tiny eyes tend to lose a little bit of their form when you get working in there and stuff goes all over. I'm able to remain controlled in a small space with it for blending without getting getting any harsh lines or anything like that. So I absolutely love this brush. I love this brush. The first one I got was like in an Ipsy bag, and then I got a second one in my BoxyCharm. So yes, excellent. Just keep the 205s coming. I will use them. The next one I got this sucker at IMATS this summer, and it is dirty because I once again used it today, and it is the Morphe E51. E51, here it is. I'll show you guys the top. See, I told you it was dirty because, you know, using it, it's really, really dense, but this angle on here, I absolutely adore this for putting on blush. I don't tend to use the whole brush. I tend to just kind of use the top portion to bring it up. And then what I really like about this is if I dust the access off or use my Veramona color switch and get the, it works amazing for just buffing out those edges, and I can do it with a really, really, really light hand. I will say though that if you got a super pigmented blush, that this sucker will be your worst nightmare because it does pick up so much product that you have to be really careful. But I just love this brush. I love it so much. I'm probably putting blush all over my face. And my last and probably my most treasured and favoritist, is favoritist even a word? I don't know. We're going with it. Brush for this year is the Wayne Goss one. I believe this is called the Air Brush. I absolutely love this brush. If you're trying to do the airbrushed effect on your cheeks, I have found nothing that does that better than this. This is amazing. If I get a little over powdery in the corners of my nose, this just magically, with the barely a touch, seems to be able to clear it off. I love it for setting under the eyes. It's amazing. This is just one of the most bizarre, for its size and shape, most versatile brushes that I own. I use it for everything. I don't even need to hardly pack another brush with me for my face. That's crazy because of its size. It's not huge. But man, this little brush packs a big punch. She is awesome. Or he is awesome. I guess it would be a he, right? I don't know. So you guys are probably wondering what my favorite lip stuff is. I'm not gonna go into colors. I'm just not. I love lipstick. I got a bajillion colors. I can't pick a favorite. It's just not going to happen. So I decided to pick two of my favorite formulas, I guess. So this year, for the first time ever, I bought my first ever NARS Audacious lipstick in Raquel, and my collection has continued to grow since. I know that these are not new. They're not new to the world of lipstick, not at all, but my God, they are the best. This is Raquel here. I had searched and searched and was really bad at picking myself out a nude and being comfortable wearing one. This is the lipstick right here that started my journey with nude lips, and a very happy exploration and journey at that. So yes, awesome sauce. This one is Anita. I love it. I love it. I had a girlfriend in high school named Anita, and every time I put it on, I'm like, oh, I miss her. And then the last one is Apolline. Apolline and Anita are very, very similar to each other, just because that's kind of how I roll. Why have one lipstick in a color when you can have 5 almost identical from the same brand? You get what I'm saying? Alright, and liquid lipsticks. Oh, sorry, I got a ton of these. I'm not gonna do swatches and open them all up. These are officially my favorite liquid lipstick. Officially, which is hard for me to say because I love Ofra liquid lipsticks. They feel so good on the lip. They apply fairly smoothly. They're great. Kat Von D lipsticks has some of the most amazing colors on the planet. But for ease of use and comfort while wear, I have to give that definitely to the Smashbox Always On Matte lipsticks. I did a review on these. I will leave it linked down below if you guys would like to check it out. At the time, I only owned 3. I now have a gray one. I absolutely love these, and I think a lot of the love comes from the fact that they're not super over drying. Like, I never get that, like, parched lip feel. And the fact that the applicator in these, they would have a run for their money, this formula, if other people had the same applicator. I can apply this liquid lipstick with the smoothest line ever on the face of the planet with no lip liner. I love these. So they're awesome, awesome, awesome for on the go. Just fantastic. My favorite discovery of eyeliner this year were these suckers right here. These are the ColourPop gel liners. I love these. The color payoff on some is better than others, seeing how most of the time I do use liner in my waterline. But overall, these are just smoking awesome. This color right here, which is Besto. Oh, yes. Besto is just that beautiful brown purple shade. Just amazing. All of these go on smooth like butter. I also love this one here, this green one, Teaspoon. And there's Teaspoon. Oh yes, so much fun. Not so much for this time of year, but in the summertime, all the stinking time. I think that one's probably almost run out. These are great and they're cheap as borscht. So cheap as borscht and work really good are like two of my all-time favorite things combined together. It's awesome. You know what I'm saying? Favorite eyebrow product. You guys probably have realized by now, by the shape that my eyebrows are in right now, I forgot my tweezers when I went for Christmas. It's a small town, so there was nowhere to buy new tweezers, so they are super duper shagadelic. I do have an appointment to get them fixed out tomorrow, so just relax. We'll get the beasts under control. But my favorite, and the thing I was most impressed with this year, the Cabral from Benefit. Ooh, tra-la-la, and I am in the number 4. As you guys can tell by the inside of this little pot. Ooh, by the inside of this little pot. She has been getting some use. I absolutely love this. I think that the little brush on the top works really, really well. This overall in functionality is just cute as pie. It's just hard to travel with this like dagger of death on the end. But other than that, it is just a beautiful presentation, a fantastic product. Cannot go wrong with the Benefit Cabral. If you have not checked it out, you gots to. If you do anything with your brows, you gots to. I like this better than my Anastasia Brow Wiz or Brow Definer. I hardly touch those anymore since I got this. Crazy. Okay guys, well we've pretty much hit the best of 2016. I do have a couple honorable mentions though, because I didn't really know what category to throw them in, so I'm just going to throw them in now. One of them is one of my favorite face palettes of the year. Still can't leave it alone. Absolutely love it. Whether you're a lover or a hater of hers, this is a damn good palette, and it's the Becca Jaclyn Hill palette. I just really enjoyed it. The mirror inside cannot be beat. Oh, it's full of fingerprints and dust because I use it. I use this sucker an awful lot. I do use Champagne Pop a lot, but I don't really ever use the Prosecco Pop. Prosecco Pop is just, it's just a little too much for me. I can't quite handle it. This one here is Prosecco Pop, so on me it's a little bit dark. I can't really get away with it except for when I have a super duper tan in the summertime. These blushes, I thought the middle one would be my least favorite. It is my to-go-to. I use it all the stinking time. This is a gorgeous palette, and I know it's not on the market anymore, but man, if Becca puts anything out like this again, jump on it, because she's a hot tamale. And the last honorable mention I have to give, and this is just, I'm not going to say anything about the product itself, is packaging. Packaging winner for 2016, of course, is the Pack Mariah Carey collection. Holy, yes, glitter everywhere, sparkles everywhere. Sparkles everywhere. The bullets are just like, such amazing packaging. It could be filled with the crappiest of colors and I would still be the proud owner of these. I loves me some glitter. Okay, everybody, we have hit the end of my makeup best for the year 2016. Please let me know what your top products were for the past year in the comments down below. I love to see what everybody else was into. Otherwise, guys, you all know the drill. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, please hit that subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. There will, of course, be the bloopers at the end. And other than that, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Used in 27. Wrong year. What year is it? Okay, come on now. Well, so you got problems. Start at the very beginning, a very good place to start. Okay, why did I go all Sound of Music? The foundation. I just spit everywhere. What the fuck? Face primer. Primers? What the hell? I don't even know what I'm talking about. No. Instagram, blah. What am I talking about? Who are you? Who's your daddy? What does he do? It's not a tumor. Why did I go Schwarzenegger all of a sudden? I am so looking forward to like kissing 2016's ass goodbye. I don't know. I've got to shut up.